Green plants. Green plants are a part of the nature that surrounds us. There are several varieties of plants in the world. They are called producers since they can prepare their own food. All other organisms, directly or indirectly, depend on plants for their nourishment. Leaf. The nature is green due to the presence of leaves on plants. They are the life-giving parts of the plant as they have the capability of making food in the presence of sunlight. In this way, leaves act as a medium of transfer of sun's energy to all organisms on earth. Structure of a leaf. A leaf has a leaf blade which is limited by the margins. The leaf blade bears one central vein called midrib. From it, several smaller veins arise. The midrib also supports the leaf and maintains its shape. The network of veins helps in the distribution of water and nutrients to all parts of the leaf. The wide surface area of a leaf helps in sufficient absorption of sunlight. The stalk with which it is attached to the plant is called the petiole. The green color of a leaf is due to the presence of a special pigment called chlorophyll. It helps in carrying out the process of food formation in plants. The upper surface of a leaf is protected from infection and water loss by a thin waxy layer called cuticle. The lower surface has a special mechanism to allow gaseous exchange. There are several microscopic openings called stomata, which allow carbon dioxide and oxygen gas to pass through. These openings are regulated by a pair of guard cells. Function of a leaf. Green leaves in plants are the site of synthesis of food and are so known as the kitchen of the plant. The process by which green plants manufacture their own food in the presence of sunlight is called photosynthesis. Availability of moisture and carbon dioxide gas is also essential for the process to carry out. During daytime, chlorophyll in the green leaves absorbs sunlight. The arrangement of leaves on a plant is such that they receive maximum sunlight. The energy from the sun is utilized in the conversion of carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen. Carbon dioxide is absorbed from the atmosphere by stomata by the process of gaseous exchange. Water is obtained from the soil by absorption with the help of roots. Oxygen is released into the atmosphere as a waste product of this reaction. The chemical equation of photosynthetic reaction is carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives glucose plus oxygen. Plants use energy in the form of glucose. Glucose is the simplest form of sugar. Excess of glucose is converted into its complex form, starch, and is stored at various places in plants like fruits, leaves, stems, and roots. Human beings and other organisms consume these parts of the plants as food. Activity. Aim: to test the importance of sunlight for photosynthesis. Need: 2 potted plants, beaker, Bunsen burner, water, spirit, iodine solution, dropper. Method: place one plant in a dark room and the other one outside in sunlight for 2 days. Water both plants regularly. After 2 days, pluck one leaf from both plants and boil them, first in water and then in spirit. Put few drops of iodine solution on both the leaves. Observation: the leaf of the plant that was placed outside turns the iodine solution blue-black, showing presence of starch, whereas the leaf of the plant kept in the dark room shows no change in color. Conclusion: sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. Activity: aim to test the presence of starch as stored food in plant. Need: carrot, apple, potato, knife, iodine solution, dropper. Method: cut carrot, apple and potato in half. Put a few drops of iodine solution on each of them. Observation: you will observe that iodine changes color to blue-black due to the presence of starch in all these food products. Conclusion: starch is the stored food material in plants. Water transportation in plants. Absorption of water in plants occurs by the action of the roots. The roots spread far and deep inside the soil in search of water. The transportation of water from roots to leaves occurs with the help of very fine tubules, which run along the length of the stem of the plant. Further, they are connected with the veins in the leaves, which are the site of food production. Activity: aim to test the role of stem in transportation of water in plants. Need: 2 white flowers with long stalks, red food color, water, 2 test tubes. Method: take 2 test tubes and fill them partially with water. Add few drops of red food color to one of the test tubes. Place 1 flower in each of the test tubes. Keep the setup undisturbed for a few hours. Observation: the flower placed in water remains white, while the flower placed in colored solution changes its color to red. Conclusion: the stem absorbs water and transports it to all parts of the plant. Edible parts of a plant. The parts of the plant we eat are mostly their stored food. Some of the examples of parts containing stored food in plants are potato, stem, carrot, root, banana, fruit, cabbage, leaves, grounds, seed, etc. Amazing fact: according to the 10% law of energy transfer, there is a loss of 10% energy at each level of organisms in a food chain. Energy flow. Sun is the solitary source of energy on the earth, but human beings and animals cannot directly obtain energy from it. It is the green plants that have the capability to convert the sun's energy into usable form. The flow of energy takes place in a single direction, from producers to consumers. Energy flows from plants to herbivores like goat and rabbit when they eat plants. These animals in turn are eaten up by small carnivores and transfer of energy takes place. Further, these small carnivores are eaten by top carnivores like tiger, and energy moves up to their level. Finally, the dead bodies of plants and animals are eaten up by several bacteria and fungi, which act as decomposers. In this way, the transfer of energy occurs in a step-by-step manner, up to the highest level of organisms. Human beings are also a part of this series. They can eat both plants and animals and are so-called omnivores. The sequence in which organisms eat each other and get eaten is called food chain. Interdependence of plants and animals. Life on Earth is possible due to the balance that exists among all organisms. Plants cannot survive in the absence of animals, and neither can animals survive without plants. animals need the oxygen given out by plants for respiration. In turn, the carbon dioxide given out by animals is used by plants as a raw material for photosynthesis. The phenomenon of food chain also helps in keeping the population of the prey species in check. For example, in case the entire population of herbivores is wiped out, the carnivores will die of starvation because they cannot eat plants. Also, the plants will overgrow and cover the entire surface of the earth, with no animal to eat them and keep their number under control. Thus, equilibrium among plants, human beings and animals is vital to sustain life on earth.